Hello there, everyone. My name is Rabbit. Welcome back to more Farmville, our 100% item guide and walkthrough for Legend of Legaia. Although it is not an exaggeration, my friends, when I tell you guys that several hours of grinding went into my off-camera time to amass all of the coins that we're going to need to advance this episode and just be done with the muscle dome for now. So if we run over here to this token counter where you could purchase them if you wanted to, although it is not worth it to buy any of these tokens unless you just need a couple because you ran out or you didn't have the initial 10 that we acquired way back when we were first introduced to the concept of using the slots. I believe it was in Vidna when we first received 10 coins. But anyway, do not buy coins. It is not worth it. But if you look at the top line there where it shows what we have, you can see I have 109,000 coins, 905. So it's been, I would say it took me close to 4 hours to get over the 100,000. Oh gosh, and the clock doesn't even accurately display all this because there were a couple times I had to reset because it was not going in my favor. So for those of you who similarly want to do this grinding so that you can have the 100,000 for the ra-seru egg, as well as, having enough to grab the gold card and the 8 soru bread, my best advice to you would be to put on a great movie and give yourself like a limit of how many times you want to, roll through the different slots or the different options and then save your earnings if you've generated any sort of profit. Now, what is nice about it is even though 4 hours sounds like a lot, it's not as bad as I think most people would predict it would take. And that's because there are bonus rounds. So you have the option of getting either the kick or the punch bonus rounds. If you get the kick, which is the foot over a blue power display, I don't know, it's like a splat icon. Anyway, if you get the kick, it lets you go into a menu where you can roll one time and it multiplies 3 numbers. So let's say you get 10 times 10 times 10, that's 1,000 coins that you just earned. Now I didn't often get the 1,000, but I got good to the point where I could get 900 to 800 every time I entered the bonus section of the slots. And then that's for the kick. If you get the punch bonus, that will give you the opportunity to do that 3 times. So you have 3 chances to multiply 3 numbers 1 through 10. So basically you could end up with 1,000 plus another 900 plus another 1,000 if you accurately rolled everything in the punch menu. I'm sure this doesn't really make sense unless you actually get into the menu yourself and see it for yourself, but I can't even look at the coin slots anymore, so I'm not going to worry about an explanation further than that. And I did read to you guys the instructions, so if you're not even interested in doing this, then fuck it, you don't need to know how the slots work. And if you are interested in doing it, I promise you'll be playing the slots for quite a while to get the 100,000, so you'll figure it out if my description and if the actual information provided within the slots itself, if that wasn't enough for you. So anyway, just wanted to show you how much we have. So now, once you have the 100,000, if you come over here and talk to the girl that cashes you out, you get a new conversation display. She says, "Thank you, Vaughn, you've gained quite a reputation for your effortless victories." So I believe she's assuming that we were doing the tournament to get coins, but we didn't, my dear. We will be back for the tournament much later on in the game. Incidentally, we have a special item for a special customer like you. Are you interested? Well, that depends. What does it entail, hot stuff? Good. Actually, we can give you an Earth ra-seru egg in exchange for 100,000 tokens. Do you want to exchange 100,000 tokens for an Earth ra-seru egg? And of course we do. So we now have the Earth ra-seru egg. Thank you, she says. Oh my goodness. You guys, I am pooped. So let's quickly take a look at it Where are you, Earth ra-seru egg? It should show it for us, but maybe it won't until we bring it to Zalin. Oh no, here it is. It just says Earth Egg. I don't know why I was looking for ra-seru egg. Anyway, so if you scroll right here, it is an Earth ra-seru egg. It looks like a jewel, hint, 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 and it can increase your defense against Earth powers. So what we want to do actually comes back to what Zalin himself was telling us, that if we find any jewels, we can bring them to him for appraisal, and he can turn them into an accessory for you. So that's actually what we're going to head out and do after I buy a couple other things with the coins that I have. So as you saw, I went over the 100,000 because we need this gold card here. Must have this. And you want 8 soru bread. But I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a pro tip here. The soru bread is great to sell if you want some easy money. So I'm actually going to buy more than just 8. I'll buy quite a few. And you know what? Let me not be a scrub and make you guys watch me doing this. I will get all of the soru bread that I can. And you know what? I will run all the way out of Seoul, and I am going to use one of our doors of wind, and I will meet you guys right outside of Jeremy, and we will go speak to Zalin together, give him the Earth Egg, and then once we're done with all of that, we will meet back here yet again, and we'll be ready to advance the story and progress further. So give me just a moment, my friends. Welcome back, friends. So here we are outside of Jeremy, and just to show you, I ended up spending most of my coins. I now only have 2,055 remaining, and you're probably wondering, what does that amount to in terms of the actual soru bread that you picked up? Well, my friends, I have 78 of them. So I have the 8 that I'll need to actually do certain events within Seoul, and then I have 70 that I'm just going to sell. And again, I want to point out that selling soru bread is, in my opinion, the most profitable way of gaining gold in this game. So you will never be poor again if you get enough coins to purchase soru bread to sell in a mass number. So anyway, the description for it is that it's a savory bread that's a favorite of the wise. Yeah, okay, whatever. And if you scroll down here to look at the description of the gold card that we also picked up together, it's a membership card for the Disco in Seoul, which, yes, my friends, that is another little mini game that we will be doing very shortly after these events with Zalin and the Earth ra-seru egg. But I promise it's a lot more fun, and it doesn't feel nearly as tedious as doing the slots and even Baka Fighter for that matter. Although, as an aside, I noticed that the announcer calls it Bak Fighter instead of Baka Fighter, and I don't know why he pronounces it that way. It's wrong. Well, let's quickly chat with Pepe. Blah, blah, blah. You're saying the same thing about wanting to be like your dad, so nobody cares. So, Zalin, you are the man we were wanting to see. He says, I am a jeweler. If you have any precious gems, I will appraise. Oh, well, well. That is a very rare gem indeed. May I see it? Do you wish to let Zalin see the Earth Egg? I don't know why you would say no. Just say yes. This is amazing. It is not exactly a gem, but it is quite a treasure. And I sense an amazing power inside it. If you wish, I will work on this for you. Making an accessory out of it may bring out its amazing power. Do you want Zalin to rework the Earth Egg? Yes. Turn it into an accessory for us, please. So we give him the Earth Egg. So he's working intently, still working intently. He's continuing to work intently, times 4, times 5. Finished at last. So Vaughn now has the Earth Talisman. It's quite good workmanship, if I may say so myself. Yeah, thanks, Zalin. All right, so let's arrange this. And it's kind of weird that they didn't allow these to be ra-seru as well, that maybe you could switch out. I don't know why they instead, when you find other eggs, you just turn them into talismans. I don't know. I always thought that was very odd, but whatever. That's what the game gave us to work with. So it has the same description, but, and I don't know if I've shared this with you guys yet, but we'll go ahead and look at it right now. I'm going to take off the War Soul. And where are you, Earth Talisman? There you are, my friend. Let's go ahead and put this on Vaughn. You guys need to see Spoon still anyway. So before we fly all the way back to Seoul and bring ourselves back outside of the Muscle Dome, let's see 2 Seru in action here. We might have to get into 2 fights. I don't know if Noah's going to go first or if Vaughn will end up going first, but either way you slice it, we want to see the animations that come with this. So again, I know for some of you, you're probably still just thinking, oh my god, I do not want to spend the time to grind 100,000 coins. 4 hours, rabbit? Bitch, that's insane. And yes, I agree it's insane, but this counts towards your 100% completion. And if you forget about it, I mean, you're kind of SOL, you know? So, oh my gosh, yes. You get the option of summoning a new ra-seru, and its name is Palma. It costs 200 mana points to summon, and its spell is called Meteor Cluster, which attacks all enemies. So we'll go ahead and try to summon him, and I'll also summon Spoon. Gala, you just chill for a second. And good, how nice. Noah goes first, so you guys can see both animations in one go. And then immediately after this, we will just halt the camera and spend the last half of this episode dealing with the disco in Seoul, which is why we needed that gold card. But getting the coins for the gold card and for the soru bread shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes. I mean, you guys, really, it's not even that hard to get 1,000. And you'd need what, 850? Because 50 for the gold card, 100 per soru bread, and you need 8 of them. So you need 850 gold coins. It's doable. And if you wanted to buy the coins, which again I don't recommend, but it's, I think 10 coins will run you 1,000 gold. So yeah, it's, in my opinion, not worth it. But check out this spell animation. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Palma doesn't fuck around, and for 200 mana being consumed to bring his ass over here, he better do some fucking damage. That is all I'm trying to say. So, okay, friends, I'm going to take a minute to rest up, and then I'll meet you outside of the Muscle Dome. So, be right back. All right, friends, we are back outside of Seoul, and you know what I realized? Just so that we don't have another really long episode, we'll let this one be a shorter one. We'll run all the way back up to the Muscle Dome together. We might get into one fight. Maybe. I'm not. Yep. There we go. I was going to say, I'm not too sure. We might be able to get to, what is it? The 4th floor, I think, is where the inn is and all of that fun stuff. But anyway, let's just have this be a shorter episode that was exclusively dedicated to buying the Earth Talisman, or more specifically, buying the Earth Egg, visiting Zalin, turning it into the Earth Talisman, and then meeting Palma, our first really powerful ra-seru summon, although it's a ra-seru, because it was a ra-seru egg. So I don't know. I think that's kind of weird how they chose to handle that. I suppose I could understand them not necessarily wanting it to be where you can just swap out your ra-seru, because in a sense, that sort of diminishes, I guess, the relationship you have with your specific ra-seru, but I don't know. Doesn't it seem odd to find an egg and then you just turn it into like a necklace that you wear? You know what I mean? Like Zalin literally turned it into a talisman. He weaves some sort of chain or something through it and you can wear it. And clearly it still has sentience because you can bring it out. You can see Palma. I don't know. I don't know if I like how they handle the extra eggs in this game. I think at least having the ability to have communicated with it would have been nice, or, you know, your ra-seru reacting to it and saying, oh, how great. I think this is Palma, or nice to see you, Palma, or nice to meet you. You know, I don't know. It seems odd that it's like, oh wow, a very powerful ra-seru egg. Let's take it and turn it into jewelry. Yay! Not yay. I don't know. I'm not feeling that, but whatever. It is what it is. So when you actually have the money for it, you can go ahead and do a little bit more. Yep, here's floor 4. You can do a little bit more with that. And we'll find more eggs, so this is just one of many. But okay, friends, so we are back here at the Muscle Dome, and we will go ahead and just call this an episode here. So when we come back in the upcoming video, we will go over to floor 5. Yay for advancement and for progression. I know it feels like, well, maybe not necessarily to you guys, because it's only been 2 videos that you've seen us in here, but I'm fucking sick of the music here, so I am ready to bounce. So as soon as I see you guys in our upcoming video, episode number 59 is what it will be, as crazy as that is to say, we will head on over to the disco lounge or the disco room, and we will get started with another mini game that I promise you is considerably more fun than what you will have spent doing here in the Muscle Dome itself. So, as always, when parting ways with you guys, I like to remind you that I am your host, Rabbit. This is my 100% item guide and walkthrough for Legend of Legaia, and I appreciate you watching. I'll see you soon, my friends.